Hello, hello. Good morning, ladies. Let's go ahead and make it clear for those of y'all in the back. You should be generating income while you're building your business, okay? Every time you post content, you should be getting paid. Every time you go live, post pictures, stories, I want you to be getting paid on these apps. And if you're not doing that, that's a problem and we have to fix it today. Good morning. I want you ladies to also understand that you should be generating income while you are asleep. Good morning. I'm trying to help us build wealth. Good morning. Generational wealth, okay? We can't do that if we are not also making income while we're asleep. So if that is something that you're not doing, we have to fix it today, okay? It has to be fixed today, not tomorrow. Ladies, you can do anything that you put your mind to. There's nothing that you can't do, literally. But the problem is you get in your own way. You are holding yourself back. We have to fix it. A lot of you guys are overthinkers, so you overthink everything. Ladies, you only need one digital product in your store, just one. And that one product that you choose to create and sell will literally change your entire life. How do I know that? Because my online business changed mine. You guys, when I first started 6 years ago, I started during COVID, I lost 100 pounds. A lot of weight, okay? And on my weight loss journey, I learned how to eat right, and I learned how to exercise, and I also fixed my mindset. So what I did was I put all of that knowledge into an ebook and started selling that ebook to other people who also wanted to learn how to lose weight too. And I promoted it on YouTube, okay? So anything, and I mean anything, that you already know how to do is what I need you to be selling today. But the problem with you is you live in fear. You've been living in fear. You have continued to allow fear to steal your dream life from you. On my life, fear stands for fuck everything and run, and that's what you're doing right now. A lot of you guys have $1 million ideas, but you're so fearful of putting yourself out there and failing. You're so fearful of trying something new and people laughing at you. You're so fearful of looking stupid, so you just hold on to all of this fear and don't do anything. We gotta fix it. That has to change, okay? Because you could have already been living your dream life by now, but you continue to hold on to fear. So we're gonna stop all of that. Now, what I wanna know, good morning, who on this live is fed up of their own BS? If that is you, go ahead and put me in the chat. This means that you are tired of always giving up on yourself. You're always tired of starting and stopping. You're tired of not being consistent. You're tired of telling yourself what you can't do. If you are fed up of your own BS, go ahead and put me in the chat. Good morning. I also want to know who on this live is fed up with living paycheck to paycheck. If that is you, go ahead and put me in the chat. And last but not least, I also want to know who on this live has no clue as to what a digital product is. Very good, Braun. If you have no idea or you just know a little something, go ahead and put me in the chat because I'm going to teach you. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Thursday morning reset. Ladies, if you've never seen my face before, my name is Coach Jazz, and I am going to teach you guys how to build your online business from scratch. But not only are we going to talk about how to create your ebook and how to sell it, we are also going to talk about how to build you. We got to build you. You keep getting in your own way. We're going to build your consistency. We're going to build your discipline. We're going to build our confidence. We're going to build our boundaries so that you can finally build the business of your dreams and become the version of yourself that you always wanted to be. Okay? I'm going to be giving you a lot of information this morning. It would be in your best interest to take notes. Go ahead and grab pen and paper and take notes. The key word of this live is going to be execution, okay? You're going to hear me say this word 1,000,000 times this morning because I need it to stick in your pretty head that not only are we going to talk about it, but you're going to do it. You are going to execute. If I know anything about you, you are human. which means you're gonna forget. Because life, and stress is true or false? You forget everything. So, I need you to take notes this morning so that when you do forget, like you always do, you can still refer back to those notes and get it done, okay? So please make sure you are taking notes. Also, make sure you follow me so you do not lose me. They do steal my videos and then they make fake accounts. Good morning, and then they're gonna turn around and message you. Do not get hoodwinked, finessed, or bamboozled on these TikTok streets. One last thing before we get started, you guys, the more we interact with this live, the more we like, comment, and share, the more TikTok and YouTube will push this live to more people. And believe it or not, a lot of women are tired of their own BS. A lot of women are tired of giving up on themselves. A lot of women was ready to quit their job 10 years ago. They already have the resignation letter in the drafts, just waiting to hit send, okay? So just like this live found you, let's allow it to find others, okay? So like, comment, and share. Let's share the wealth. Good morning, good morning. Let's do an affirmation before we get started. My self-worth grows every time I show love to myself. Good morning. My self-worth grows every time I show love to myself. Ladies, for those of you guys who are struggling with self-worth, you know who you are. That's because you never do anything to put yourself first. So over time, as you continuously say no to yourself, you start to believe that you're not worthy of what it is that you want to do. So we got to fix that. We're going to fix that by starting to prioritize ourselves and not feel bad about it. Start showing up for yourself. Do things that people who love themselves do. Do you exercise? Do you move your body? Do you eat healthy? Do you drink your water? Do you get 8 hours of sleep? Did you stop hanging out with toxic people? Well, we're gonna start there. Because the more you start to show self-love to yourself, the more you start to develop self-worth. Okay? Very good. Good morning. Let's go ahead and get started. So what is a digital product and how will we build our business? Good morning. A digital product is something that we do not have physical possession of. So think of a movie on Netflix. Good morning required. Think of a song on your Apple Music or Spotify. You don't physically have it in your possession, right? It's all somewhere in the cloud, okay? Ladies, you are going to create something to sell. Yes, I'm telling you what you're gonna do this morning because you will. There's something that you already know how to do, okay? You don't need to go take a class on what to sell. There's something you already know what to do. And whatever that thing is, that's what I want you to sell, okay? When I first started, you guys, I lost 100 pounds. I was a very big girl. I learned how to eat right and I learned how to exercise. Thank you, my lucky. And then I turned around and I put it in an ebook. And I started selling it to other people who also want to learn how to lose weight. And I promoted that on YouTube. So please just think of something that you can sell and get to selling. Don't overthink. Maybe you're a really good mother. You can make an ebook teaching other women how to be good parents, okay? So anything, literally anything, all right? And you don't have to do an ebook. You could do an e-course, you could do a private community, you could do workbooks, journals, affirmation guides, literally whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do, okay? Now I'm going to give you guys 2 apps, and these apps will change your entire life if you use them, okay? So we got to execute. If you're ready for app number 1, put a 1 in the chat. Also, let me turn the mirror on or off so that way you guys are not backwards. YouTube, I can't do that on YouTube. I can only do it on TikTok. Go ahead and put a 1 in the chat if you're ready for app number 1. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning, happy Thursday. It is 2026. This is the year that we said we were going to change our life. This was the year that we said we were going to work on the business. This was the year we said that we were going to start prioritizing ourselves. Oh. So that means we got to do it. We can't just talk about it. We got to do it. Okay? Very good. App number 1. Good morning, Canva, C-A-N-V-A. App number 1, write it down. This is Canva, okay? Now, Canva's about to be your best friend. Some of y'all already know a little something, some of y'all don't have a clue. But everything you need on for your business, for your content, you can find it on Canva, okay? So maybe you wanna create TikTok Reels. You need some templates, Canva. Maybe you wanna start the YouTube channel that I tell you to start every day. Maybe say you're gonna listen. Canva has thousands of YouTube thumbnails and they're very easy to customize, all right? The thumbnails on YouTube are just those pictures that you see before you actually click on the video. That's what gets people to stop scrolling, okay? And all of your content creators are getting them off of Canva, all right? Maybe you do wanna sell an ebook, but you're just not too sure what kind of ebook you want to make it look all professional, sorry. Canva has thousands of ebook templates for you, okay? And they're very simple to customize, all right? Now, before we get into app number 2, I do want to speak to the woman on this live who's living in her head. She's letting fear take over right now. What did we say? Fear on this live, thank you, Sandy, stands for fuck everything and run. And that's what she's trying to do right now. Because she's saying things like, well, Jazz, I would love to start an online business. I would love to be a content creator, but I'm not tech savvy. I'm too old for an online business. It's too late for me. Okay. Well, let me tell you this. On this live, we don't do excuses. That's number 1. What I need you to understand is this. You woke up this morning. That's a blessing. Every day that you wake up means that you were blessed with another opportunity to work on your goals. So, until you are 6 feet under, it is never too late to start your online business. Number 2, you are very tech savvy. Because, let's not lie, you use technology all day. You are on social media all day, liking, commenting, sharing, archiving, all of the things. That takes tech savviness, ma'am. Yes, it does. So you will use the same tech savviness that you already have and build your online business. And for my ladies on here who think they're too old, what did we say? We said we're gonna sell our knowledge. So for those of you guys who are older, you have a lot of knowledge. You have a lot of wisdom, which means you have a lot of things you can sell. Okay? Okay. All right. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Age on this live ain't nothing but a number. You ain't got no excuses. App number 2, good morning, good morning. If you're ready for app number 2, put a 2 in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, my name is Coach Jazz, and we are building our online business. We are creating our ebook, and then we're gonna learn how to sell it. And most importantly, we're gonna build ourselves, our confidence, our follow-through, our consistency. When was the last time you said something nice to yourself? No worries, I'll wait. Some of y'all don't even know. Some of y'all don't even know. Don't say nothing nice to yourself. You don't ever tell yourself you're amazing. You don't ever tell yourself you can do something. You're just mean as hell to yourself. But then you think you're gonna be able to build a business, talking to yourself like you ain't got no sense. Absolutely not. I need you to start being nice to yourself. I need you to start saying nice things to yourself. Tell yourself, I can do this. Tell yourself, I am amazing. Tell yourself, I am worthy of happiness, success, and wealth. Tell yourself these things, because the more you say these things, the more you start to believe these things. And when you truly start to believe these things, then you start to achieve these things. I can't make this up. Okay? All right. App number 2, ChatGPT, write it down. Good morning, good morning. This is AI. This is AI. Good morning. We will be using AI for everything, okay? Y'all gonna be locked in. Now, Chat does have a free version. You can use the free version and get everything done that you need. They also have a premium version. I do use the premium version. It is $20 a month, but you do not need it for what you're gonna be doing with what we're talking about, okay? So start with free, make your money, and then upgrade later, okay? Now, Chat, let's talk. Everything that you need Chat can and will help you. So maybe you do want to create content. Thank you, beautiful Tia. You do want to create content, but you just don't know what type of videos to make. Fine, ask Chat, he'll tell you. Maybe you do want to start a YouTube channel, but you're a little camera shy. You just don't know what to say in the videos. Fine, Chat will script the entire video for you. Now all you have to do is say the words. And maybe you do want to sell an ebook, and that's what I'm going to teach you how to make, but you just don't know what to put in it. Fine. What if I told you ChatGPT will write the entire ebook for you from beginning to end in under 30 seconds? Ladies, I cannot make this up. It has never been easier than today to build your online business. But like I keep saying, you are getting in your own way. You keep making excuses. You keep procrastinating. You keep telling yourself you can't do it. Stop, because it's not getting you anywhere. All right, so I gave you Canva and I gave you Chat. Now we're gonna put it together and write it. If you're ready for prompt number 1, good morning, go ahead and put ready in the chat. If you are not taking notes, shame on you, tisk, 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 because I'm literally about to give you prompt number 1. And the keyword of this live is execution. How can we execute something if we don't even know what we're supposed to be doing? Because you already know you're gonna forget. You always do. So if you write it down and take your notes, it can still get done because you'll be able to refer back to your notes and execute. Good morning. Also, make sure you guys follow me so you don't lose me. And the more we interact with this live, the more TikTok and YouTube will push the live out to more people. Okay, we got to get the word out. All right, very good. You're going to open up Chat. In the search, you're going to write this down. Prompt number 1, give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Good morning. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Very good, O'Brien. Yes, write it down. Give me 10, thank you, Daph, digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. If you've got that, please put got that in the chat. If you need for it to be repeated, this is the opportunity to ask. Ladies, closed mouths do not get fed. Don't wait 10 minutes later and be like, Jazz, can you repeat prompt number 1? No, I cannot. Because you could have had it repeated now, but you chose not to, which just lets me know that you don't really care. And if you don't care, that's fine. You don't have to. But then respectfully, why should I? I can't make this up. Good morning, good morning. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Good morning. You're gonna hit enter. You're gonna hit enter. Yes, Tia, if you don't care, why should I? Make it make sense. Now, before we move forward, I need you to write this word down. Thank you, N. Jones. Write it down. This word says consistent. I need you to write this word down. And then once you write it down, I need you to underline it. And then I need you to circle it. Because in 2026, we are going to lock in on the true definition of the word consistent. Because a lot of you guys are very confused. So I'm going to go ahead and unconfuse you. See, some of y'all believe consistent means when you feel like it. If you have time, if you're not too tired. No, that is not what consistent means. Consistent means more often than not. So, if there are 7 days in a week, consistent means 4 out of the 7. Ladies, if you want to get the results for your business and for your life, whatever the goal is that you are working on for yourself, you have to be consistent. Just like you consistently go to that job more days than not to consistently get a paycheck, the results that you want, you have to consistently show up for the business. You have to consistently show up for the weight loss. You have to consistently show up for the saving money. It doesn't just fall into your lap. Whatever the goal is, you have to be consistent with it. If your goal is to save $10,000 this year, fine. That means you have to consistently stop spending money. You got to be consistent, ladies, or it's not going to happen. It's not. Now, let's make consistency easy, because life is hard enough, okay? Life is life, and stress is stressing, and the bills is coming in. Let's make it easy, okay? Let's make it easy. It is so much easier for you to be consistent when you do things that you actually enjoy doing, okay? I want you to go through the list that ChatGPT gave you and only choose ideas that you actually like. I want you to ask yourself, what is something that I would love to talk about all day if I could? I want you to be so obsessed with the idea that you drive your husband crazy because you won't shut up about it. That's how you know. That's the idea for you. And that's what I want you to do. Because let me tell you this. When you get to wake up every day doing what you love to do and you get paid for it, your energy changes. You are at peace. You are truly happy. You're living in your purpose. I want that for you because I have that for me. And the only way you're going to do that is to choose something that you like. Because when things don't feel like work, you are more likely to do it because you're excited about it. And now it's easy to be consistent because you love it. For my ladies who have lost weight, I lost 100 pounds. You know this is true. Thank you. Isn't it so much easier to consistently eat healthy when you eat healthy meals that you actually like? Yeah, it is. Isn't it so much easier to consistently exercise when you choose exercise activities that you actually like to do? Yeah. Yes, it is. I love weightlifting. That's why I weightlift, because I truly love it. So it's easy to do it. So please do yourself a favor and pick something that you love. And if it gives you 10 things and you don't like none of the things it gave you, fine. Ask for 10 more. And keep asking until it gives you something you want to use. Okay? I cannot make this up. Before we get into prompt number 2, write this down. This is critical. If you don't remember anything else I say on this live, you need to remember this. Money flows where energy goes. I'm going to say that again. Please write this down. Thank you, Jennifer. Money flows where energy goes. She said, I make products 10 years now, but my drive now is consistent. Now I sell out the beauty supply store. Amen, amen. Money flows where energy goes. If you are anything like who I used to be, you are giving your energy to any and everybody. Thank you, Danny. You are giving all of your energy to your spouse, your boyfriend, your sneaky link. You're giving all of your energy to your kids. You're giving all of your energy to your family. You're giving all of your energy to your friends. You're giving all of your energy to your job, career, your coworkers. You're giving all of your energy to celebrity drama. And by the time you sit down to do something for yourself, you can't, because you don't have any energy left, because you gave it all away. You are an energy vending machine. You're just giving it out. And half the time, the people that you are giving all this energy to, they don't even reciprocate it to you. You know how I know they don't reciprocate it to you? Because you feel drained. You feel exhausted, you feel frustrated, and you feel miserable because you keep giving your energy to people who don't deserve it. Moving forward, I need you to start telling people no. The answer is no. And no is a complete sentence. You don't need to explain anything. It does not make you a bad wife because you want to work on your business. It does not make you a bad mother because you want to do something for yourself for once. It does not make you a bad friend because you don't want to sit there and talk to your friends about their problems. It makes you human. You are worthy of happiness. You are worthy of success, and you are worthy of wealth. So start acting like it. I need you to start telling people no. No, I cannot loan you any money. That is money I could be using for my business. No, I cannot give you a ride. That is time I could be using for my business. No, I cannot sit on the phone and listen to you talk about your problems. I have my own problems. The answer is no. When you start telling people no, you start keeping your energy. Now you have energy to focus for yourself. And let me just make something clear. If people were not draining you of your energy and always taking from you, you wouldn't feel drained. If people were really genuine with you, their name wouldn't even came up in your head because they reciprocate. So just like you give, they give back. That's not who we talking about. We are talking about the people who drain you, and you know who they are. The answer is no. Okay? Okay. Very good. Prompt number 2. Once you choose the digital product idea that you're going to use, you're welcome, Blender. You're going to type this in. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Thank you, Ty. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. If you got that, go ahead and put got that in the chat. If you need for it to be repeated, this is the opportunity to ask. Closed mouths do not get fed. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz. We are building our online business, but most importantly, we're building ourselves. Ladies, the reason you lack confidence, for those of you guys who are struggling with that, you know who you are. It is because you never keep the promises that you make to yourself. Every single time it's time for you to do something that you said you wanted to do, you make an excuse. You tell yourself, I don't have time. You are telling yourself you're not worthy of it. That's what you're doing. Every time you break a promise to yourself, you are telling yourself you are not worthy of it. Actions speak louder than words. People could talk all they want, but what do? What do they do? That rule applies to you. You could say you love yourself all you want, but what do? Do you act like someone who loves themselves? Or do your actions say otherwise? In order to build confidence, we have to stop breaking the promises that we make to ourselves. If you told yourself you were going to build a business, then build it. If you told yourself you were going to lose weight, then lose it. If you told yourself you were going to fix your credit, then fix it. Just fix it. And stop making excuses. It's really that simple. You're going to hit enter. Thank you. I love your support. And yes, absolutely. Go ahead and hit enter. You got it? All right. Now, this is what I mean by it has never been easier than today to build your online business because chat literally wrote the ebook for you. Now all you have to do, ladies, is copy and paste. That's it. And don't act like you can't copy and paste because you copy and paste reels all day. You copying and sharing them links across the group chats. You will copy and you will paste, okay? You're gonna open up Canva, in the search, type in ebooks and hit enter. It's gonna give you thousands of templates. Pick your most favorite one. They're all 1000% customizable. You will copy and paste. Thank you, Ty. For my ladies who overthink every day, all day, write this down. This says KISS, K-I-S-S. It is an acronym which stands for Keep It Simple, Silly. Keep it simple. Stop overthinking. Some of y'all overthink from the time you get up to the time you go to bed, and it drives you crazy, and it's not getting you anywhere. So just stop, please. Just make sure it is clean, simple, legible. Yes, beautiful, KISS, that's it, clean, simple, legible, okay? You will copy and paste. Now, once you have finished copying and pasting, and you love the way it looks, you will download it as a PDF file, okay? After you've downloaded it as a PDF, you will upload it to your hosting site. Write these down, please. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, and Shopify. Stand Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. These are some of the most popular hosting sites. Yes, there's thousands more out there. These are the most popular ones. And you just need one. You don't have to put it on all five. Good morning. Does talking real? Yes, absolutely. If you're motivational or if you want to do story times, whatever you want to talk about, yes. You could be what do they call them? Like the commentary videos where people comment on stuff. You can do whatever you want to do. I can't make this up. Literally whatever you want to do, you can do it. Please stop getting in your own way. Please, okay? Now, y'all got all of this before we move forward. Don't say can repeat it 10 minutes later. No, ask now. Stand Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. Okay, cool, y'all got that, very good. Now, let me tell you this. The beauty of having a coach and having a mentor is they can teach you things to do and not to do, all from personal experiences, okay? I have been running my online business for 6 years, full time. Started during COVID. Made more money than I ever could have imagined from my cell phone, a laptop, and some Wi-Fi. But I would also be lying if I did not tell you that I also made a lot of mistakes. Yes, I made a lot. I got mistakes for years. One of the biggest lessons that I learned in entrepreneurship, and this is also life advice, ladies, we have got to get a handle on our finances. We have got to learn financial literacy and quick, because most people, this is no shame, this is just real. Most people live above their means. They don't have a budget. They don't even know how much they're spending. They just spend, and still live paycheck to paycheck. I never used to understand how people could make so much money and be so broke until I lived it. See, I thought the reason that I was paycheck to paycheck was because I just didn't make enough money. And once I started making more money, all my financial problems would go away. No, they got worse. Because as I made more, I just spent more. And month after month, my account was overdrawn because I didn't have financial literacy, I wasn't on a budget, and I didn't know how to tell myself no. Whatever I want, I bought, and I worried about it later. I had to fix it. I had to change. I had to put myself on a budget and follow through. And the reason why I am telling you this is because you're stepping into entrepreneurship. I'm not gonna tell you no lies. There are fees. Ladies, don't act brand new. We know nothing in this world is free. You know that. So do not enter into business thinking that, because you're gonna be butthurt. No, ain't none free. Ain't none free. And don't sit here and say you can't afford nothing either, because you are always at Chipotle. Spending $25 on a bowl to get double chicken and queso. You are at Chick-fil-A every week. And you always stop and get your Starbucks coffee on the way to work. You are shopping on TikTok Shop, on Fashion Nova, Shein, and Temu. You got money. Stop. These hosting sites have fees because people always be quick to say what they can't afford. Pull the bank statement. Let's see what's really going on. These hosting sites have fees, okay? Now, I use Stand Store. I love Stand. Stand is great, but Stand is very expensive. Stand Store is $99 a month. That is very high if your business is not making it yet, okay? If you are brand new to all of this, which is fine because we were all brand new at one point, you are gonna start on Gumroad, Gumroad, because Gumroad only charges you a percentage when you make a sale, okay? They charge you 10% for every sale, so until you make money, you don't have to spend it. That's a great place to start. Now, what I know about you is you are gonna make money because you're taking notes, you're asking questions, and you promised me you were gonna execute. That's what you said. So when you do start making money, then transfer everything over to Stand Store later. because Stand Store has a lot of features that will help you expand your business, like Afterpay and Klarna. Ladies, let me tell you what's going on in the world of finance. People today love buy now, pay later. It is taking over. Afterpay, Klarna, Sezzle, QuadPay, Affirm, PayPal for payments, interest free. There's so many now. It's taking over. People are using buy now, pay later more than they're using credit cards. And no, it is not just for poor people, because six-figure earners are also using buy now, pay later. So if you have a buy now, pay later option on your site, I promise you, you will make more. But for now, you will just start with what you have. You will start on Gumroad. You will build your business, you will make money, and then you will transfer everything over to Stand Store later, okay? So what we just did was we made our ebook. Thank you. We took Canva, we took chat, we put it together, and we wrote the ebook. And now we have to sell it. We got to sell it, ladies. And I'm going to be honest, sales is 80% of the business. 80. That is more than half. So we got to get this right, or there is no business. I've never heard of WAP. There is no business. But before we get into sales, I need to make something crystal clear. That process of copying and pasting and making that ebook should not take you longer than 2 hours. Honestly, it shouldn't take you longer than 1, but I'm gonna give you some grace and I'm gonna give you 2. And on this live, I don't care how old you are. Age ain't nothing but a number. You're not gonna sit here and try to convince me that it takes longer than 2 hours to copy and paste some words. No, it does not. If it is taking you longer to make your ebook, we have a serious problem. One problem that you might be experiencing, and I used to be guilty of this too, this is how I know. You wanna be a perfectionist because everything about you just must be perfect or it's not right. See, you're the woman that's gonna waste 6 months of her life overthinking her brilliant idea before she even gets started. And realize these 6 months that you're wasting, you don't get it back. Time is your most valuable asset because you never get it back. So you're gonna waste 6 months of your life that you never get back just to overthink your brilliant idea. And then when you do decide to get started, you're gonna take things out, put things back, overthink some more, have some OCD, get frustrated and irritated, and then give up on it all over again. Then you're gonna let 3 more months go by that you do not get back just to overthink some more and try to be so damn perfect. And then when you decide to get started yet again, this time you are gonna go ask 20 people what they think you should do with your business. And the crazy thing is, these people that you're asking, they don't even run a business. And these aren't even people that you would trade lives with. But for some reason, you care so much about what people think about you. And so then when they do give you their opinion, you listen and you care. Next thing you know, a whole year has gone by and you ain't did shit but waste time that you will never get back. Bless your heart. Bless your hearts. Man, I want to hold your hand when I tell you this. You are not perfect. No, you're not. You are flawed. But I'm not perfect either. I am flawed. We are all perfectly imperfect. What you really are is scary. You are still living in fear. And what do we say? Fear on this live stands for fuck everything and run. And that's what you're doing. You do it every year. You have $1 million idea that God gave you. and you're running away from it because you're so fearful of looking stupid. You're so fearful of people talking about you. You're so fearful of failure. So you run away from the one thing that will change your entire life because you live in fear. And if you want to dig even deeper into why we do all of this and why we hold on to this fear, the real reason is because we are self-sabotaging. This is self-sabotage. This is why I keep saying you get in your own way. The word is self-sabotage. You are doing this to yourself. This is self-inflicted. And the reason why we self-sabotage is because we have fragile egos. And we cannot handle the feeling of disappointment. Putting yourself out there, trying something new, it failing, and now you feel disappointed in yourself. That feeling of disappointment scares the hell out you. And so you run away from it and you avoid feeling disappointed by making excuses and procrastinating and telling yourself what you can't do before you even tried. All to self-sabotage because you cannot handle feeling disappointed. But I'm confused because you also said you hated your job. You said you were tired of living paycheck to paycheck. That's what you said. You said you were tired of giving up on yourself. You were tired of not having confidence in yourself. That's what you said. But every day that you live like that, you are still living in disappointment because there are still things about your life that you are not 1,000% happy with. I am trying to help you fix it. On this live, we fix it. We don't talk about it, we fix it, which means we have to execute it. But how can we fix it? How can we bring more money into the household? How can we quit your job if there's no business? How can strangers buy your stuff if there's no stuff? They can't. They can't. How can we build our confidence and feel good about ourselves if we're always giving up on ourselves? You already said you wanted a business and you keep giving up, and then you sit there wondering why you don't feel good about yourself. You don't feel good about yourself because you keep giving up on yourself. So in order to build that confidence, we have to keep going. We can't give up on ourselves. If you want a business, you have to have a product. So you gotta launch. You have to launch the product. And stop overthinking. You will launch the product as is because it'll never be perfect. So let it go. I need you to launch, and I need you to understand and understand that the more you do something, the better it gets. Ladies, you have proven this to be true in your own life. Everything that you do over and over and over again, you get better at. You didn't always know how to walk. Now you walk just fine. How? Because you had to keep doing it. You had to keep doing it. You didn't always know how to drive. Now you drive just fine. How? Because you had to keep doing it. The more content you put out, it'll get better. The more products you launch, they will get better. But you will work with what you have. And understand that it will get better along the way. All of our favorite businesses that we spend our hard-earned money with today have gotten better along the way. Look at Netflix. Believe it or not, they did not always have a fancy app. No. They were not always doing comedy specials with Kevin Hart and Dave Chappelle. Nope, nope, nope. They didn't always have original movies and series, and they damn sure weren't doing pay-per-view with WWE. Years ago, before COVID, you used to have to go on their website and type in netflix.com. You had to make a list of all the movies that you wanted to see, and these were not their originals. These were movies that were once in theaters. They would mail you a DVD off of the list. You could watch it as many times as you wanted. And when you were ready for your next movie, you had to mail that one back. They didn't wait for all the funding. They didn't wait for the best technology. They worked with what they had. And as they continued building their business got better, the money got better, and the business itself got better. And now it is what you know it to be today. So I don't know why you think that you're above Netflix and that you can skip the messy middle, but we're gonna have to reel that ego on in just a little bit. There will be a messy middle for you too. You will launch with what you have, and it will get better along the way, like everybody else. Another reason why it might be taking you longer than 2 hours to copy and paste some words is because you were distracted as fuck. Listen, I already know I'm not the coach for everybody. And I've accepted that because I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you no tales. And believe it or not, a lot of people don't wanna hear the truth because now they have to face it. But I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna hold the mirror up to you. See, when you get off of work, you could work on the business and reaching your goals, building your confidence by keeping the promises that you make to yourself, but you choose not to. You would rather sit on the phone and gossip with your friends about celebrities and their drama. On the weekends, when you do have time off from work, you could work on the business and reaching your goals, keeping the promises that you made to yourself and building your confidence and self-love, but you'd rather not. You would rather binge watch Netflix and Hulu movies and series all day. Late at night, when your children are asleep, you could work on the business and reaching your goals, keeping the promises that you make to yourself, but nah, you don't want to. You would rather scroll social media for hours, laughing at funny videos and sharing them back and forth in the group chats. And the reason why we do all of these distractions in the first place is because we're trying to escape. This is escapism. And the reason we're trying to escape is because there's things about our life that we're not 1000% happy with. And instead of being grown woman and fixing it, oh yeah, you'd rather run from it. But I think it's time to take a new path, because obviously that path is not working, because if it was, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be here. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Let's do something different this time. Instead of trying to escape a life that we're not 1000% happy with, what if we just lock in and build a life that we never feel the need to escape from? So this is what you're gonna do today. Not tomorrow, not Monday. No, because it's a new year. You said 2026 was your year, so let's see what you're really talking about. Let's see. Today, you are gonna turn the TV off. Put the phone on Do Not Disturb. Tell your little friends you will talk to them later. You are building your dream life. You are gonna sit down at home. No, you don't need to go to Starbucks because you get distracted there. You're gonna start the ebook and you're gonna finish it. No, you're not gonna start, stop, and come back next week because we already know how you do. You don't come back. You're gonna start it and you're gonna finish it. 2 hours is all you need. If we are crystal clear on all of those instructions, then go ahead and put clear in the chat, because respectfully, there is no point in even talking about sales if you don't have anything to sell. Good morning. She said, I am trying to teach myself to read better, but I don't seem to be progressing. I need you to be consistent with it. Keep going, keep going. Good morning, good morning. Hello, hello. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, my name is Coach Jazz, and I am teaching you guys how to build your online business. If I'm saying anything that resonates with your spirit and vibrates with your soul, make sure you guys are double tapping the screen. So I told you guys earlier, sales is 80% of the business. That is more than half. So we got to get this right. Good morning. Or there is not going to be a business. We got to get this right. But I'm going to be honest. Most people fail at sales. Most people fail at sales. Before you run away and say, oh, because it's so hard. No. Sales is actually easy. It really is. But the problem is people's mindset and the things that they think in regards to sales that makes sales so hard for them. So in order to sell something, we have to fix our mindset about sales. See, some of y'all think that you don't want to sell because you don't want to be annoying. What if you post about your product too much and people think you're being annoying, or people unfollow you, or people think that you're begging them for money? Okay. First of all, what I need you to understand is this. Selling is not begging. Selling is solving. That's it. People have a problem and you have a solution. You are not begging anyone for anything. So stop thinking that right now. Number 2. Good morning, Colleen. Number 2. You don't have a choice but to talk about your product consistently, because people will forget. Ladies, people are living their own lives. They are not checking for you. Everybody has problems, okay? And people are being bombarded with content from the time they wake up to the time they go to bed. They will forget. They always do. You always forget. You have to consistently remind people about your products and services and how you can help them so that they begin to remember. Why do you think I keep telling you guys to take notes on this live? Because I already know you're going to forget. You always do. So if you write it down, you can still get it done. Why do you think I keep telling you that the key word of this live is execution? Why do I keep repeating myself? So that it sticks. Because the more I say it, the more you're going to remember. Not only do I have to take these notes, but I got to do it. You have to consistently remind people so that they don't forget. Look at Amazon. We all know who they are. We got the memo. Everybody knows Amazon. And most of us are Prime members. It's in my bio. Glow Up Academy is in my bio. Most of us are Prime members, meaning we pay a monthly subscription to get 2-day, 1-day, and same-day shipping. And even though most of us spend money with Amazon already, and all of us know who they are, they still remind you all day that they exist. How? Those Amazon trucks that you see on the road. You can't even go 2 miles down the street without seeing one. They could have left those trucks blank. They could have left them white. They didn't have to put their logo on it, but they didn't do that. They made them blue and they put their logo on it. Why? So that every single time you see one of their trucks, which is all day, you think Amazon. You can't even go down a neighborhood. You can't even go into an office suite. You can't even go into a mail room without seeing Amazon packages all over the place. They could have left those cardboard boxes blank. They didn't have to put their logo on the packing tape, but they did it for a reason. Why? So that every time you see an Amazon package, which is literally all day, you remember Amazon. Amazon. Do you think Amazon is worried about you thinking that they're annoying and begging them for money? Or they're begging you for money? Do you really think they believe that? Please. No. Because they know they have a solution to your problem. You're lazy and you want convenience. We all do. They got you covered. They know you're not going nowhere. And every month, that subscription comes out so that you can enjoy 2-day, 1 day, and same day shipping. For those of you guys who have seen my face before, maybe I'm not a new face to you. I have been doing this for 6 years. You might have found me on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Threads. I'm all over the world. How is it that I'm able to show up consistently teaching people about Glow Up Academy and how I can help them? How am I able to do that without worrying about people thinking I'm begging them for money or unfollowing me because I'm talking about my product too much? Because I know I have a solution to people's problems. Women want to learn how to build their online business and monetize their content. I teach them that all inside Glow Up Academy. Women want to learn how to build boundaries, stop people pleasing, and believe in themselves and stick to the promises that they make to themselves. I teach them that all inside Glow Up Academy. Women want to learn how to become more consistent, disciplined, and accountable and actually get the shit done this time. I teach them that all inside of Glow Up Academy. I'm not worried about people thinking I'm begging them for money. If I'm so annoying, they can unfollow. They'll come back when they're ready. They just weren't ready. And because I have that energy, I sell, and I sell a lot. Because Amazon has that energy, they sell, and they sell a lot. And if you want to sell a lot too, you're gonna have to have the same energy. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Are you ready to sell? If you're ready for sales tip number 1, put a 1 in the chat. For those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning, Colleen. Yes, click the link in my bio. Glow Up Academy is the very first link. It has already been marked down while we're live. Yes, Glow Up Academy. You ready for sales tip number 1? Put a 1 in the chat. Let's go, let's go. And let's do an affirmation real quick before we move forward. I have the strength to overcome any setbacks. I have the strength to overcome any setbacks. Ladies, you underestimate your strength. And I don't know why we do this, but we do it. Look at all of the things that you've already overcome in your life. There were moments in your life that you did not think you'd be able to see it through. And you're still here. You are still here. So that is proof enough that you can handle any and all things. Nobody's life is perfect, and everybody's life be lifing. But you're still here. So if you can overcome whatever you overcame in your past, there's no reason why you can't overcome this and start this damn business. I can't make this up. And I do want to address the elephant in the room real quick. Failing. So many of you guys want an online business so bad, but you're terrified of failing. And you hold on to that fear of failing, and it is stealing your dream life from you. But the crazy thing is, most people don't even understand what the word failing even means. Some of you guys think failing means You make your first YouTube video, and if you don't get 50,000 subscribers in 7 days, then you failed. Some of y'all really believe that if you launch your first ebook and you're not a millionaire in 30 days, then you failed. Some of y'all are really out here thinking that if you post your first TikTok reel and it doesn't get 10,000 views in 1 hour, then you failed. But ladies, that's not failing. That's not failing. Failing only exists when you quit. When you throw in the towel and you say, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. I quit. I give up. I am done. Well, that's when you have officially failed. But if every single day you just keep going, you just keep trying, you commit to doing something today that you didn't do yesterday. It doesn't have to take you 10 hours. It could be something that takes you 10 minutes, something that you didn't do yesterday, but you do today. That is not failing. Maybe yesterday you made a whole bunch of excuses. How about today you don't make any? Maybe yesterday you thought about making content. How about today you record a 20-second reel and tomorrow you post it? Maybe yesterday you didn't move your body at all. How about today we get 5K steps in? Maybe yesterday you didn't drink any water. How about today you drink half a gallon? As long as you're doing something towards the goal every single day, that is not failing because you're still showing up and you're still trying. A lot of us are entitled. You have an entitled mindset. That's what this really is. And you feel entitled to the results in the time frame in which you set them. I have no doubt that you'll get 10,000 followers. No doubt in the world. But in your mind, you're entitled to 10,000 followers in 2 hours. And if it doesn't happen in 2 hours, then you failed. But my question is, who told you that? Half of these timelines that we put on our life, who told you that? Where did you get that from? That is a random number that you pulled out of thin air, and that's how it has to go in your mind. And if it doesn't go exactly how you planned it, then it's failing. But no, it's not. Ladies, any and everything that you consistently do, you eventually get the results that you want. For my ladies who have lost weight, I lost 100 pounds. You already know this is true. If you consistently eat less food, and you consistently move your body, won't you eventually get to your goal weight? Yeah. Yeah, you will. To my ladies who have built their credit, you know this is true. If you consistently pay down your credit card balance and consistently pay your bills on time, won't you eventually get to the credit score that you want? Yeah. Yeah, you will. Ain't no doubt about it. Okay. If you consistently show up for the business and consistently do what you have to do, I promise you, you will eventually get to what it is that you want to get, whether that's 100,000 subscribers, whether that's 10K a month, I don't care what it is. It'll happen. But let go of the entitlement. So for all of you guys who are so afraid to fail, just don't quit. Because if you don't quit, then you don't fail. And now you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Okay? All right, I don't want to hear nothing about nobody failing. Nope, we don't use that word. We don't fail. We keep going. Sales tip number 1, good morning. Content is king and distribution is queen. Make sure you guys are taking notes. All right. Content is king and distribution is queen. Okay, content is king, distribution is queen. So let's break this down so it makes sense. Good morning. Content is king. Let's start here. Content is what we're posting on social media to get the word out about our products and services and how we can help them. So content could be pictures, story posts, YouTube long form videos, reels and YouTube shorts, anything that you post is content. And that's how we're going to let people know about our products and services and how we can help them, okay? Let's go, trend. Amen, amen. Content is king because remember we said people gonna forget. We have to consistently remind them, right? So we have to post consistently. And what did we say the word consistent meant? More often than not. So if there are 7 days in a week, we need to be posting content consistently 4 out of the 7 days. Now, before you freak out, some of y'all aren't posting at all. Well, we're always going to crawl before we walk and walk before we run. We're going to make small changes to get to our overall goal. So if you're not posting at all, fine. We're going to start smaller. The first thing, maybe you're camera shy. If you struggle with camera shyness, this is what I want you to do. For the next 7 days, as often as possible, I want you to record yourself for 30 seconds at a time talking to the camera, multiple times a day. Just 30 seconds, a minute, whatever you can do, but multiple times a day. And don't say you don't have time because that's a lie, because you're sitting here watching my live. Oh! You have time. And you're gonna do that multiple times every day so that you can get comfortable with being in front of the camera. Once you are now comfortable being in front of the camera, now you're gonna commit to posting one 20 to 30 second reel on TikTok once a week. Just once a week. And then once you get comfortable with that, now we're gonna up it to 2, and then so on and so forth. And then you will be posting consistently, okay? So that's how we're gonna run that. Now the distribution is queen. Not only will we be posting content consistently, I also need you to be building at least 3 platforms, bare minimum of 3. Why 3? Because 1 is too close to none, that's why. She said, get us together. Yes, amen. 1 is too close to none. Like that one income you have at that one job. If they laid you off tomorrow, what would you do? Exactly, be freaking out, trying to figure out how you're gonna pay them bills. If you put all of your eggs in a TikTok basket and the US decides to ban it like they did last year, what would you do? You would be freaking out like all the other TikTokers who only had their eggs in a TikTok basket. Listen, I always teach my students, we have got to stay proactive so we are not reactive. In other words, we got to stay ready. Now, it's not hard to build 3 because the same exact video you post on TikTok, you will throw it on YouTube Shorts, Instagram, wherever you want to be. It takes an extra 5 minutes. I do it all day. It's really not hard. Get out your head. Now, which platform should you grow? That's 1000% up to you. You have a lot of options. Now, I always suggest starting with the platform that you're always on. So if you are always on TikTok, start TikTok. Obviously, you love this app so much because you're always here. And then just choose 2 more. If you're always on YouTube, cool, start a YouTube. But let me tell you this. YouTube is the most watched platform. No, it is not TikTok. Some of y'all are crazily confused. It's YouTube. YouTube has even replaced cable TV. Thank you, Aspiring. There are more people watching YouTube than any other platform. So I am going to always suggest to you to start your YouTube channel. If everybody is over there, then you need to be over there too. So just start your YouTube channel. Yes, I love YouTube. I love YouTube. My business started on YouTube, not TikTok. Okay? I love YouTube. Now, before we get any further, I want to talk to the woman on this live who is still living in fear. She's not saying too much. She's a little quiet. She's taking her notes. But she's in her head. She's saying things like, Jazz, this sounds amazing. I would love to have an online business. I hear you, but this sounds like a lot. And honestly, I don't know if I can do this. You want me to post consistently? You want me to create something from scratch? You want me to build 3 platforms? Jazz, I don't know. This sounds hard. Okay. Well, before you run away from your brilliant idea, like you always do, just listen. First of all, what I need you to know is I can't convince you of anything. I don't have the power to. So, if you want to believe that posting content consistently is hard, then fine. Your feelings are valid. You're right. It's hard. If you want to believe that creating a digital product that AI will write for you is hard, then fine. You're right. It's hard. But what I do want to remind you of is this. The life that you're currently living is hard. Crying every day because you're not happy with the way life is going for you right now is hard. Knowing that you're meant for more and not living it is hard. Watching other people live a life that you desperately want for yourself is hard. And you live like that every day. And that's what fear will do. That right there. Fear will convince you that you can't do shit. But look at what you're doing every day. That is hard. One thing I've noticed that a lot of people do, and I used to do this too, we never, ever want to give ourselves credit where credit is due. When was the last time you even told yourself that you were proud of yourself? Some of y'all don't even know. That's the problem. That right there. Because there were things that took place in your life at some point in time that you did not think you would overcome. You were living in your darkest moments, questioning everything, never thinking you'd be able to figure it out. But you did. By the grace of God, you did. You figured it out. And here you are today, living. Nobody's life is perfect. I remember when my grandma passed 10 years ago. I did not know how I could continue life without her. I had no idea where to begin. But here I am today, still living without her, still putting one foot in front of the other. Ladies, you have gone through harder stuff than this, but you are letting fear convince you that you can't do this, but look at everything that you already do. You never tell yourself how amazing you are. You never tell yourself that you're proud of yourself. And that is the problem. And you continue to let fear make you think that you can't do this. This is a lack of confidence. This is why I'm telling you that we have to build ourselves. Because the things you got going on in this pretty head of yours is holding you back year after year. And look, I don't have to convince you of this because you can see this for yourself. There are people on these apps who are in worse off situations than you. And they are still showing up putting one foot in front of the other, building their business. There are women on these apps with more kids than you, and they are still showing up, building their business. There are people on this app who are always sick. They are in and out of the hospital. Cancer patients, sickle cell. And despite all of that they deal with daily, they still show up, building their business. There are people on this app who have lost it all. They lost their job. They lost their house. They lost their car. And despite the whole weight of the world on their back right now, they are still showing up, doing the best that they can, building their business. Now let's go ahead and get real for a second. Some of y'all don't have half of them problems. Some of y'all may, and I'm gonna give you some grace. Some of y'all don't. Some of y'all sitting pretty. Yeah, life may not be perfect. You got a complaint here or there, but for the most part, you know you're blessed. And you still don't think that you can do this, even though you see people who are in worse off situations than you doing it. That's the problem. Lack of confidence, right there. That's what we have to fix today, because that is the biggest problem. You are holding yourself back. You don't even believe in yourself. We have to fix this. Look, you guys, my online business changed my whole life. I can't make this up. I have made more money than I ever could have imagined from my cell phone, a laptop, and some freaking Wi-Fi. I now have peace. I'm not stressing about bills anymore. I have freedom now. I get to do what I want, when I want, and how I want to do it. I have purpose now. I get to wake up every day doing what I love and get paid for it. I have confidence now. I really believe in myself. I really love myself. But it wasn't always like this. No, not at all. Before COVID, I lived a totally different life. I was miserable. I was depressed. I was 100 pounds overweight. No confidence at all. Very insecure. I used to be an alcoholic. See, I bought into the American dream bullshit that they sell all of us. But I bought in back in high school. See, they told me to go to college. They said, go off to college so that you can work, you can live the American dream, buy a beautiful house, travel a couple times a year, put extra money into your retirement, and then when you get too old to work, you can live the rest of your days out with dignity and peace. That's what they said. So I said, okay, let's go. I went off to college. My friends were going, my mom told me to go, so I went. I got me a 4-year bachelor's degree. Cost me $40,000. Graduated. 6 months later, I got my first dream job towards my degree, making $60,000 a year. Now I was 23 back then. I thought I was about to be rich. I had never made that much money before. I didn't have any kids, so I thought that was perfect. My American dream life is starting to take place. So I decided to move out of my mom's house. I was sick of her rules. I was ready to do my own thing and be a grown adult. So I went out and got me an apartment, paying all my bills. But I didn't stop there. See, I told you guys I have really bad spending habits. We listen, we don't judge. I do what most Americans do. I went out and got me a car payment. See, I had to match my new life. The car I already had was paid off, okay? Title in hand. And it got me from point A, B, C, D, E, and F. It was a great car. But it was old. No leather seats, no push to start, no tablet on the dash. I had to upgrade to match this new life. So I got me a brand new Dodge Charger. Cost me $450 a month. And we all know with expensive cars comes expensive car insurance and expensive gas. So by the time I pay all of my bills for the month, your girl is broke. I couldn't afford to travel anywhere. No extra money was going into retirement. I was paycheck to paycheck. I couldn't even afford to get my nails done. But I had another problem. I had to start paying back them damn student loans. See, at 23, I thought it was all fun and games. I didn't think the government was serious about getting their money back because everybody has student loans. That's the American way. The government is not playing with you, and they want their money back. See, they'll give you 6 months after you graduate to get on your feet. They're not going to call or send letters. They want you to focus on getting a job. But best believe when that 6-month mark hits, they're sending letters because they want to see your tax returns because they're going to tell you how much you can afford. And since they saw on paper I made $60,000 a year, I didn't have any dependents and no kids, they don't care about my rent. They don't care about my car payment. They said I should be able to afford $400 a month. I'm like, what? They ain't telling me this in high school. I thought it'd be like $50. No, they wanted $400 a month. I had 11 student loan accounts that they lumped under one monthly payment of $400. Every single month that I did not pay those student loans, which was every month because I really couldn't afford it, I got 11 missed payments on my credit. In the course of 1 year, I cannot make this up, I racked up 121 missed payments off of some damn student loans. My credit dropped 520. So my American dreams of buying this beautiful house, that won't gonna happen for me no time soon. Not till I fix that. So I'm broke as hell. And I have really bad credit. I have one last problem. I hated my job. College didn't prepare me for corporate America. The world didn't tell me back then that I'm gonna be miserable at my 9 to 5. I had no clue what I was walking into. Now, I'm not gonna lie, okay? I was very young. I grew up very sheltered, okay? I was very naive in my early 20s, and I just thought everybody was so kind and nice, and you could really believe in people. That's what I thought. And my supervisor told me in the interview that everybody in the department was one big old work family, that they all loved each other and cared about each other. So I went into the job thinking that was true. I learned that people at work are fake, and they're not your friends. They'll pretend like they like you, but they don't like you. They'll smile with you and laugh with you in the break room. You'll have inside jokes, but they don't like you. They'll do the Thanksgiving potlucks and the Secret Santas for the holidays, and we all just sit around and eat each other's food and sing Kumbaya, but they don't like you. They'll invite you out to happy hour. They'll text you. So at this point, they're not even getting paid to be around you, but they don't like you. They'll even invite you to milestones in their life, like their baby showers and their weddings, but they don't like you. And best believe, when both of you guys are up for a promotion, anything and everything that you said to your work friend is now in your manager's email. And you are now on the most hated list at work. I worked with all women, and I was the youngest one there. I was 23. My work sister was 31. And she's the one who called me her sister. She said I was the little sister that she never had. I walked right into that trap. I was miserable. I must have put in hundreds, if not thousands, of applications trying to get the hell out of that job. But nobody was calling me back. I couldn't even get an interview. So I'm broke, bad credit, miserable as hell at my job. For the first time in my life, ladies, at 23 years old, I felt trapped. If you have never experienced what it feels like to feel trapped, then consider yourself blessed. You are truly blessed, and I wouldn't wish that feeling on my worst enemy. But let me give you some context. See, trapped feels like no matter what you do, your life's not gonna get no better. Your life begins to feel like a nightmare that you can't wake up from. See, you could try your best to be positive and optimistic, but it feels like nothing but negative ass shit from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. That's how trapped feels. You could try to work some overtime or even get a part-time job to catch up on some bills so you can finally have some breathing room and sleep peacefully at night. But just when you start to have a little bit of a savings account, you start to see the light at the end of the tunnel, something always comes up and now your car won't start. Now you got to dish out money for that. It's always something. You can try to pray to God, but it feels like he's ignoring you. It feels like he's not listening because it feels like he's not fixing it because it feels like you're still miserable. And no matter what you do, it's not getting better. That's how trapped felt. And I lived like that for 6 years. You know, I used to pull up at that job and I would sit in my car and cry before I even clocked in. I used to bring that job home with me. So what that means is you no longer have peace in your brain, and these people are living in your head rent-free because you are off the clock. In the time that you should be at home spending with your family and your spouse, you can't do that peacefully because you are talking about all the things that happened at work. You can't escape these people. That's how that feels. I couldn't even sleep at night. I was so stressed about bills. I started to have anxiety. I grew up a pretty happy child. I didn't have anxiety or any of these problems until I got to that job. It feels like butterflies in your stomach that you can't seem to shake. And to cope with all this misery and this depression and this anxiety, I started drinking. First, it was just a few drinks a week to calm my nerves. But it quickly spiraled out of control. And I became an alcoholic. And the only reason why I'm even telling you this story is because if any of my story resonates with you, then you are already doing something hard. Going to a job that drains your spirit is hard. Crying all the time because you're so unhappy right now is hard. And see, the reason why I was so depressed back then was because I had nothing in my life to look forward to. I didn't have any hobbies. I didn't have any interests. So my life felt like it was on repeat. Get up, go to work, be miserable, come home, drink, cry, sleep, repeat. Week after week, month after month, and year after year. That's depressing ass shit. Anybody would be depressed. I used to think there was something wrong with me. Nothing was wrong with me. That's depressing. Ladies, there's nothing wrong with you. The life that you're living right now is depressing. Anyone would be depressed. But now I get to wake up every day doing what I love to do. And that's the beauty of having an online business, is you can monetize anything. Ladies, you see it for yourself. You see the darndest things. How many times do you scroll on your For You page and you're sitting there scratching your head trying to figure out how the hell are they getting paid to do that? But they are. They are. Because they decided to try. They decided to let go of fear. And you're still holding on to it. You let fear steal your dream life from you. You let fear steal your happiness from you every year. And I want to say one more thing before we move forward, because I need to make sure you hear me loud and clear. I hope you realize that if you work 8 hours or more a day, you spend more time at work with people you don't even like than you do your own family who loves you. See, I literally worked 9 to 5. So what should have only been a 20-minute drive is an hour because I'm stuck in rush hour traffic. So an hour to work, an hour back, 2 hours in the car, 8 hours at work, 1 hour lunch break. That is 11 hours out of my day gone. It's gone. You only have a couple of hours to spend with your spouse and your kids before you got to put them to bed and repeat the cycle again the next day. And notice your family doesn't even get the best version of you. They don't even get the happy version of you. They don't even get the positive version of you. Your job gets it. Putting everyone to bed just to repeat it again the next day. Just to look forward to the weekend. But respectfully, what the hell are you looking forward to? Because Friday you still worked, so they still got 8 hours out you. Saturday is the only day you get to do what you love. Sunday, not so much, no, because you got to prepare for the work week. So you got to cook, you got to clean, you got to do laundry, you got to go to the grocery store, and you have to mentally prepare for the bullshit sitting on your desk for Monday. Ladies, that's not living. That's surviving. Life is meant to be lived, not survived. I don't know what your religious beliefs are, but I know this. The God I serve, He loves me. And if He loves me so much, why would He put me on this earth to be hating my life? Why would He make me to be crying and drinking and overeating to cope with my misery? He didn't make me for that. He made me for a very special reason. And now I get to wake up every day doing it. He made you for a very special reason too. Your life is worth more than bills. Your life is worth more than slaving away at a job, trying to make somebody else rich, while you're counting pennies, trying to make ends meet in your house. Your life is worth more than that. There is something special about you, and you need to monetize it. For the longest time, I thought I was skipped. I used to watch everybody else's life, and I'm like, wow, they're getting married. Wow, they're doing this. Wow, they bought their house. Wow, they're taking their next trip. I used to just always watch from the sidelines. And I thought God skipped me. I was like, dang, everybody's doing all these great things. I don't have nothing. He didn't skip you. There's something very special about you. But the problem is, life has a tendency to life. And somewhere on our journey of life, we lose our light. It gets dim. It gets dark. Maybe it was toxic family, a toxic relationship, toxic friends, toxic jobs. Something happened and it stole your light. And now here you are this morning, not thinking you can do any of these things that we're even talking about. But I am here to tell you this. God did not skip you. He made you for something very special. And if he even gave you the idea, that's because you can. God does not give ideas to people that can't do it. If he didn't believe that you could do it, he wouldn't even put it in your head. Every seed that he plants is because you can do it. He wouldn't plant a seed in an environment that can't harvest it. But again, in order for you to actually do it, you are going to have to let go of the fear. That is the only way. That is the only way. I am here to tell you this morning that you can. If I can do it, if women inside of Glow Up Academy can do it, if thousands of other content creators can do it, so can you. But you are going to have to let go of the fear and stop letting it steal your dream life from you. You're amazing, and I really need you to know that. Okay? All right. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Ladies, you can do this. So let's get to doing. All right. Sales tip number 2. Good morning. Good morning. Write this down. We're taking notes so we can exercise. People only buy from people that they like, that they know, and that they trust. Good morning. My name is Coach Jazz. People only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. So if they don't like you, not gonna buy. If they don't know you, not gonna buy it. And if they don't trust you, they're not buying. So how do we get people to like us? Okay, we're gonna do that through our content, all right? Remember we said content is pictures, reels, long form YouTube videos, going live, streaming, all of that is content. And we are going to get people to like us through our content. Because the community that we build, the followers, the subscribers, the viewers, those are the people who are going to buy our products from us, whatever it is that you're selling. So we have to be relatable in the content, and we have to be authentic in the content. In other words, I need you to be yourself. Stop trying to be perfect. You guys, people can't connect with people that are perfect because they're not perfect. So how can you connect? You're doing yourself a disservice by trying to be perfect because 1, that's not even who you are because you're not perfect. And then 2, nobody can connect with that because they're not perfect. So stop doing that. And if you're anything like how I used to be, when I first started my journey, it was hard for me to be relatable and be authentic in my content because I didn't know who I was. My entire life, I always was who I thought I was supposed to be to make other people happy. So when it got time for me to record content, I didn't even know how to act because I didn't even know who I really was. If that is something that you struggle with, I need you to understand you spend way too much time with other people. You are spending way too much time with other people. Been there, done that. I need you to start spending time by yourself so that you can get to learn who you are. What do you like? What is your personality when you're not around other people? Now, for those of y'all who are camera shy, well, I need you to start just being in front of the camera. The more often you record, not to post, just to get through the camera shyness, the more often you do that, the more comfortable you will get. And now it'll feel natural making your videos, okay? And before you let fear take over and say, well, Jazz, what if no one likes me? That's impossible, ladies. There's 8 billion people in this world. Somebody is bound to like you. And I used to be fearful of that too. Ladies, when you post your content, it goes everywhere. It goes everywhere, all over the world. But I'm not telling you that to scare you. I'm telling you that so you can realize how silly you sound. There are people all over this world who need your help. You have a solution to their problem in some way, shape, or form, and they are waiting on you. but you are depriving them of learning because you won't post the content, because you won't get out of your head, because you keep living in fear. What if I was doing that today? Then I wouldn't have had the courage to go live this morning, and then none of y'all would have been able to watch this and learn from it. And I would have been depriving you of the problems that you have, the solutions for the solutions. Okay? I have women inside of Globe Academy from all over the world. I'm in the US. I have women inside there from Germany, Australia, Jamaica, Canada. Someone joined from Paris, France. I have not been to any of those places, but I was still able to help people all over the world because I decided to stop living in fear and post the video. So please, post the video. Stop overthinking and just be yourself. That is all I need you to do. Okay? Now we said people only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Okay, great. Well, how do we get people to know us? Okay. Ladies, I need you to go live. And by the way, all of these sales tips still apply to my faceless creators. You're not getting out of none of this. I don't care if you're showing your face or not. You are going to do all of these things. I need you to go live. Going live is the best way to build your community, hands down. Now, is it the only way? No, but it is the best. Why? Because it allows people to get a sense of your energy and your vibes. It allows people to connect, engage, and interact. And it allows you to promote your products. Now, some of y'all hard-headed as hell. And you're gonna say, Jazz, that's great, but I don't wanna go live. And I'm gonna just say, fine. I told you, I'm not gonna try to convince you of anything. If you don't wanna go live, don't. But let me just remind you, you said you didn't wanna go to work. You said you hated there. You said eventually you would love to get to a point where you're able to quit and live life on your terms. It amazes me how many people are willing to slave away at their job to make somebody else rich, but they absolutely refuse to hustle and grind to build wealth for themselves and their future generations. You see people on these apps, especially on TikTok, selling. All hours of the day and night. The internet does not sleep. I don't care what time you get on live, just get on there and make your money. I promise you, if you go live consistently, you will make more on live than you ever made at that job. I cannot make this up. But if you don't want to go live, then don't. Now, some of y'all are like, well, Jazz, I would go live. I'm not against it. I'm just a little live shy. Okay. For my live shy ladies, the only reason why you're shy is just because you don't have enough experience. That's with any shyness, whether you're shy on camera, live, with shy meeting people, it's because you lack experience. That is all this is. It's not because you suck at life. It's not because you're not a great person. It's just because you lack experience. We have been on this live for 103 minutes. If you're still here, that lets me know that you trust what I'm saying to be true. Because if you didn't trust me, you would have left. So I need you to go ahead and trust this. If you go live consistently, I promise you, you will get to a point where you are no longer live shy. Everything that you do over and over again, ladies, you get better at. I don't have to convince you of that. That's been proven to be true in your own life. You did not always know how to walk. Now you walk just fine because you had to do it consistently. You did not always know how to read and write either. You had to do it consistently. You also didn't always know how to drive. Now you drive just fine because you had to do it consistently. So I wonder what would happen if you went live consistently too. Yeah. We said people only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Okay, cool. Well, how do we get people to trust us? Ladies, there is a reason why I am telling you to post content consistently. And no, it's not for your health. The reason why I'm telling you to post consistently is because The more people see you, the more they begin to trust you. Consistency builds trust. I don't know if you know this or not, or if you're living under a rock, but people work hard for their money. You work hard, I work hard, we're all out here working hard. And if you want someone to trust you with their hard-earned money, then that's gonna require you to be trustworthy, which means you have to be consistent. There's no way around it. Now, I wanna do an exercise with you guys. For those of you guys who do not have a product yet, just sit this out, take your notes. For those of you guys who do have a product, but you're struggling to make the sales that you want, this is for you, okay? First, what we gotta do is we're gonna move the ego and the pride. Let it go. Now, some of y'all can't do that because you think you know everything and there's no room for growth in your world. Fine, I'm not gonna convince you otherwise, keep thinking that. Now, for those of you guys who can remove ego and pride and you recognize that there's always room to learn something new and improve, I am talking to you, okay? We're gonna go to our profile and we're gonna ask ourselves some questions. We have to be honest. Write this down. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. Don't you ever forget that. Now, ask yourself, is it clear as day who you are, what you do, and how you can help people? I also need you to ask yourself this too. Please be honest. Don't be lying to yourself. If you were not you, would you buy from you? If you were not you, would you buy from you? If the answer to any of those questions is no, then you should no longer be confused as to why people are not buying from you yet. There should be no more confusion. But the reason why I say yet is because you have the power to fix it. So if it's not clear as day who you are, what you do, and how you can help people, fix it and make it clear so that people know what kind of content they're going to be getting from you. Ladies, that is the beauty of life. That's the beauty of business. And that's the beauty of everything that we've talked about so far on this live. Anything in your life, and I literally mean anything, that is not giving you the results that you want, you have the power to fix it. It doesn't have to stay the way it is. But you make the choice not to fix it. I already know I am not the coach for everybody. And I have accepted that about myself. Because believe it or not, most people don't want to be told the truth. Most people don't want to look in the mirror and see what they are doing to themselves. And it is so much easier for people to blame others and their circumstances than it is to blame themselves. But the minute you start blaming yourself, the faster you can fix it. If it's camera or live shyness that you are struggling with, then fix it. Because I already told you how. Just go live consistently. Just record yourself consistently, and you will not be shy with any of those things for a long time. A couple weeks, that's really all it takes. You choose not to. If you are struggling with lack of confidence, fix it. I already told you how. Start keeping the promises that you make to yourself. You choose not to. Because if you stuck to the promise you made to yourself, that would require you to actually do it. See, a lot of times we live in a trapped mindset. And we believe that we can't fix what's wrong because we're trapped. And you've been living in this trap mindset for so long, you don't even realize that you're living in it. And I used to live in a trap mindset too. I really believed that I was trapped at that 9 to 5. I really believed that. And I have been living in that trap mindset for so long, I didn't even realize that it was a trap mindset. I was never trapped at that job. I could have left way before I left. But that would require me to do it. And see, I was comfortable with the status quo. Having my own apartment. Having a fancy car. See, I could have moved back home, but then that would require me to let go of the comfort of having my own place. I didn't want to do that. I could have just got some part-time jobs until I found another full-time job. But then that would require me to maybe work weekends. No. I might have to work holidays. No. I wouldn't be able to work just Monday to Friday. I was never trapped there. Instead of me leaving and changing my life, I did all the other things. I complained, I vented, I threw pity parties for myself, I made excuses, I talked about how life just isn't fair. I did all of the things except the one thing that would have changed my life sooner, which was leave. Because I didn't want to get out of my comfort zone. I was comfortable having Monday to Friday. Weekends off, holidays off, making $60,000 a year, but I was miserable at the same time. Some of y'all think that you can't fix things because you just don't have enough information. And you believe that once you watch more videos, once you watch more lives and archive more reels, then things will be able to get fixed because now you have the information that you didn't once have. Ladies, you are not lacking information because you are on social media all day. You have more than enough information to change your life. You've already archived the posts. You've already downloaded the reels. You've already watched the videos. You have all the information. You are not lacking information. You are lacking implementation, meaning you don't execute shit. Which is why I made the keyword of this live, execution, because you're not doing that. You are the woman who would rather talk about what she's going to do than just do it. You are the woman who makes excuse after excuse as to why it can't get done. You are the woman who procrastinates and wastes time. That's you. And my question for you is, how much longer do you want to keep doing that? Because it's not getting you anywhere, as you can see. Because the business is still not businessing, content is still not contenting, sales ain't sales, and confidence is -50, self-respect out the window. You let people talk to you crazy, and you talk to yourself even crazier. Your life is chaos right now. So how much longer are we going to keep doing what we're doing? Because it's not working. It is time to take a new path. It is time to change. In order to fix it, you are going to have to change it. You're going to have to change yourself because there's things about you that's holding you back. You'd rather blame everyone else than to blame yourself. You are going to have to change because the woman you are right now does not align with the woman that you want to become. See, the version of you that's already confident, who's running her business, who follows through with what she says, who loves herself, who has boundaries and self-respect for herself, who knows how to put herself first without guilt, she's already within you. But the problem is she's buried under the fear. She's buried under the limiting beliefs. She's buried under the people-pleasing that you do. That has to change, or you will never become the version of yourself that you want to become. There are things about you that is holding you back. You put everyone before yourself. You never come first in your own life, not once. You continuously choose to put other people and other people's problems before your own. That has to change, or nothing's gonna get done. You're gonna have to learn how to tell people no sometimes and not feel bad about it. You matter too. Stop forgetting that. The crazy thing is, we have become so entitled in society. And you feel entitled to time. Yes, you do. My question for you is, how do you know that you'll be here a month from now? How do you know that? How do you know you'll be here 5 years from now? Who told you that? And instead of you living every day to the fullest, you waste your precious time on social media, watching movies, going out to happy hour, and just doing things that don't even really bring fulfillment to your life. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. Time is the most valuable asset that you have. It is not money. You can always make more money. It is your time, because it will never get returned back to you. You are getting older. You are not getting younger. And time is moving quickly. I don't have to convince you of this. You see this for yourself every day. Let me ask you, how many times a day do you look at the clock and say to yourself, wow, I cannot believe it is 8:17 in the morning. Wow. I cannot believe next week is February 2026. Wow. I cannot believe it's Thursday. Wow. I cannot believe I'm 35 years old, or whatever age you are, fill in the blank. If you're anything like me, you do that all day. So you already know how fast time is moving. And you still choose to waste your precious time. That has to change. We gotta fix that. You don't have as much time as you think, because time is moving quickly. So what are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna keep complaining and venting and throwing pity parties for yourself? Ladies, wipe your eyes, get your booty up, and do something. Because crying's not getting you anywhere. Let it out, but keep moving. We have to change. We have to fix it. Gotta fix it. One of the toughest reality pills I had to swallow in my own journey. This is gonna hurt, so hold on. Your life and the direction it's going in, whether it's going great or not so great, is a direct reflection of the choices that you make. Yes, it is. For those of you guys struggling financially, your finances are a direct reflection of the choices that you make. Some of y'all, your ego is gonna get in the way. It always does. And you're gonna say things like, Jazz, it's not my fault that I'm paycheck to paycheck. I have done the math. I have cut things out. It's not enough. I'm gonna repeat myself. Your finances are a direct reflection of the choices that you make. And I'm gonna tell you how. Ladies, times have been hard, okay? This did not happen last night. Food prices, rent prices, gas prices have been on the rise for years. Yes, they have. And every day, you make the choice to do nothing about it. Because you could have launched your ebook 6 months ago. It would be making sales today. You could have started that YouTube channel 4 months ago. It could be monetized today. You could have started that TikTok last month. You would be building your community today. And what do we say? Our community are the people who's going to buy our products. But every day you choose to get in your own way. You choose to make excuses. You choose to vent. You choose to throw pity parties. You choose to distract. You choose to do all of the things except the one thing that would change your entire life, which is start. So my question remains, how much longer do you want to keep doing that? Because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. How can you get different results when you don't do different things? It is time to change. You have got to stop getting in your own way. You gotta fix it. It's not gonna fix itself. Ladies, your problems do not magically go away. They get worse until you fix it. And listen, I'm not perfect at all, okay? This version of me, the version that y'all see today, is a reflection of the changes that I had to make in my own life. Yes, I have been changing. I am nothing like who I used to be a few years ago, not even close. Complete 180. I lost 100 pounds. I used to be 100 pounds heavier, 340 pounds. I'm 6'3". I was a big girl. All I did was exercise and eat less. I had made excuses for years as to why I couldn't lose weight. Oh, it's my thyroid. Oh, it's this. No, it's because I was eating too much. That's all it was. And yes, I have thyroid problems. And I was still able to lose weight. How? Because I stuck to the plan and not the mood. I used to always have excuses. Excuse after excuse as to why things can't get done and why it won't work for me. I used to procrastinate. Oh yeah. My motto was, why do today what I can put off till tomorrow? In other words, I'll just do it later. But later never showed up. I used to be my biggest bully. I know a lot of y'all can relate to this. The things I used to say to myself was absolutely disgusting. I used to call myself stupid on an hourly basis. Now, let me ask you, how could I build a successful business if I'm talking to myself like I ain't got no sense? I couldn't. I had to change. Calling myself stupid and joking about it is not cute. That is disgusting. And I used to be my biggest bully, telling myself what I can't do, what I'm not good enough for. Jazz, you should have did that better. What the hell is wrong with you? That's how I used to talk to myself. Not okay. Some of y'all can relate because you talk to yourself like you don't have no sense. It's not cute. It's not funny. You should not be talking to yourself like that. We got to fix that, and quick. One of the biggest distractions that I struggled with was alcohol abuse. And I told you I started that toxic ass habit when I had that toxic ass job. And you would have thought that once I quit the job, that the alcohol abuse would have went away. No. It got worse. Ladies, your problems get worse. They don't just fix themselves until you fix it. It gets worse. See, I quit my job on a whim. I had been there for 6 years. I was about to turn 30 in a few months. I got to the point where I was like, F them, I'm done, and I quit. I put in my 2-week notice and I was out the door. I didn't have any money saved up and I had just bought a house. Hadn't even been in the house for 6 months yet before I quit. I couldn't take it anymore. And I believe God told me the time to quit was then. So I quit. And the plan was I was going to live off of my stimulus for a few months. Now, I didn't have much, okay? I don't have kids. So I only had about $2,000 to my name. That wasn't going to get me very far because the mortgage was $1,900, okay? But my plan was I could kind of finesse a little bit, like just kind of make some payment arrangements, buy some time, and everything will just magically work out. The business will start making money and things will be smooth sailing from there. That was the plan, okay? So I'm at home doing all the things that you probably do. Watching YouTube videos, watching TikTok lives, trying to make it all make sense. Content monetizations, digital products, platforms, algorithms. I convinced myself that I was doing everything I can do, and it's the algorithm's fault because I'm not making money. Nobody's watching my videos, I'm not getting any views, and I'm not getting any sales. And it can't possibly be my fault. It's never Jasmine's fault. So it's always everything and everyone else's fault. I convinced myself that I was being productive when in fact I wasn't, because I was always drunk. I wasn't posting consistently. I was not going live. I wasn't doing any of the things but making excuses and getting mad about it. Now, I'm blaming God. I'm like, God, well, you told me to quit. You told me it's time to quit. I quit. And I'm running out of money. I already made a payment arrangement with the lights. If I miss that day, they're going to cut them off. There's no more arrangements. I already missed one mortgage payment. If I miss another, they're going to start trying to foreclose on a house I haven't even been in for a whole year yet. I'm pissed and I'm stressed. And I couldn't figure out why it wasn't working. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. I was lying to myself. I was telling myself I didn't have a problem. I don't have a problem. It's not me. I didn't want to say that I'm an alcoholic. I didn't want to admit that. I didn't want to, the guilt, the shame. I didn't want to say that. So I didn't. I just continued to lie to myself some more. I convinced myself that as long as I don't drink before 11 a.m., I'm not an alcoholic. Because see, alcoholics, they start their day with alcohol. So if I wait till 11 a.m., even though I drink all day, every day, I don't have a problem because I'm not starting my day with alcohol. What? The worst lies are the lies that you tell yourself. But notice you get to a point where you can't keep running from yourself. Eventually, you hit a brick wall. And God forces you to listen. You can't keep running. I believe that God is within you. So I have God within me. You have God within you. I don't believe he's at the church. I believe he's within you. So those ideas that we get, I believe those are seeds that God plants to let us know that we can do certain things. All ideas come from God. I believe that gut feeling, that intuition that you get, that's God trying to talk to you. He's trying to warn you of something. But a lot of times, we don't really want to hear from God. We say we do. It sounds good in conversation. It sounds good on paper. But in reality, we don't really want to hear it. Because actions speak louder than words. And your actions show you don't really want to hear from God. Because if that's not true, well then let me ask you, how many ideas did God give you last year that you didn't even try? If you listened so much. If that's not true, let me ask you, how many times did you go against your gut feeling just to find out later you were right? we never want to listen to God. But eventually, He's going to make you listen. And I'll never forget, I was sitting on my bed. I was down bad. I'm just crying. I'm like, they about to take my house. Like, I'm losing everything at this point. Maybe I shouldn't have quit. What was I thinking? And God said, Jazz, what are you doing? What are you doing? You have been begging me for a business for years. The opportunity is right in front of you, and you're wasting it. So what are you gonna do? Are we gonna keep doing what you've been doing, which is a whole bunch of nothing? Or are you going to fix it? Are you going to change? I decided to fix it. I decided to change. I decided to stop drinking. Haven't had a drink in almost 5 years. I will never touch alcohol again. I am done. And since I decided to change, my whole life began to change. I started posting consistently. I started really being productive because I was no longer drunk. I was no longer drinking. My platform started to grow. I started to make sales, all because I decided to change. For the first time in my life, I started to feel good about myself. I never felt that way before. I started telling myself nice things like, Jazz, you're amazing. You can do this. I'm so proud of you. Talking to myself like that. All because I decided to change. I started to have confidence in myself, something I had never had. All because I changed. See, what a lot of people fail to realize, and what I didn't realize back then, was this. In order to get something, you're gonna have to give up something. In order to get something, you have to give something up. Life is give and take. You cannot have both. In order for me to get the business that I had been begging God to bless me with for years, I had to give up excuses. I had to give up procrastination. I had to give up limiting beliefs. I had to give up fear. I had to give up people pleasing. I had to give up distractions. I had to give up alcohol. But when I gave all of those things up, God opened the floodgates of heaven for me. He gave me everything I asked for and more, all because I decided to change. See, I had just asked God to help me make $60K a year to replace the job. And I even started negotiating that. I said, Lord, if you could help me make $45K, I will cut the cable off. I'll make it work. Just help me get out of this job, please. God gave me 6 figures. I asked God for 10K Instagram followers. I was like, shit, I don't even know 10 people. That'd be pretty cool. 10K? God gave me 111,000 Instagram followers. I asked God for 5K YouTube subs. That was a lot. He gave me 30,000 YouTube subscribers. I asked God for just a little bit of confidence so I could stop crying all the time and hating myself. God gave me a lot of confidence. I love myself now. There's nothing that I don't think I can't do. I can't even remember the last time I cried. All because I decided to change. Ladies, you are going to have to change. See, the version of me that I am today, I wasn't her back then. I wasn't aligned with who I wanted to be. See, I always wanted to be a woman who was confident, who loved herself, who respected herself, who knew how to put herself first and not feel bad about it, who followed through with the promises that she made to herself, who has boundaries for her life and herself. That's what I wanted. And this version of me was always there, but it was buried under the fear, the people pleasing, the lack of boundaries, letting people talk to me all types of crazy. And until I changed, I was not going to become this version. See, God already has our blessings for us. He designed you for them, and He is ready to give it all to you. But the problem is, He also gives us free will. So that means you can do whatever the hell you want to do. Waste as much time as you want. But He will not give you the blessings that He has for you until you change. You are delaying your own blessing by being stubborn. You gotta change. But when you do change, when you do finally listen and become obedient, He gives you everything that you could have ever imagined. And yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe change is hard. Okay, I'm not gonna take it from you. If you wanna call change hard, then you're right. Fine, it's hard. But the life that you're currently living is hard. Ladies, crying every day because you're unhappy right now is hard. I have been there. I have done that. I know. Not even believing that you're worthy of a happier life, a more successful life, a wealthier life is hard. I've been there. I've done that. I know. Going to a job that drains your spirit is hard. I've been there. I've done that. And I know. I've done both hards. And I will always choose this hard. Because at least this hard comes with peace. This hard comes with freedom. This hard comes with purpose. This hard comes with confidence. This hard comes with income. Ladies, you can be anything that you want. The only limitation on your greatness is the limitation that you put on yourself. But you are gonna have to change. For those of you guys who want to change, and I want to help you, but I can't help people who don't want it, and I'm not willing to. If you are 1000% happy with your life and the direction it's going in, then fine. Respectfully, just keep doing what you're doing. I love that for you. If you like it, I love it. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Keep going. But if you're not 1000% happy with your life and the direction it's going in and the results that you're getting, then I want to help you change it. Inside Glow Up Academy, I'm gonna teach you how to build your online business from scratch. I don't care what it is you wanna do, we will build it together. Maybe you wanna sell an ebook, fine. Maybe you don't wanna do an ebook. Maybe you want an e-course or a private community, fine, I'll teach you. It's all inside Glow Up Academy. I've been doing that for years. Maybe you wanna monetize your platform, so you wanna get paid for views, fine, I'll teach you. All of my platforms are monetized. Whatever you wanna build, we'll build it inside of Glow Up Academy. Maybe you wanna go live. You wanna make money on live like I do, how my students do, how thousands of other creators do. Fine, I'll teach you all inside of Glow Up Academy. Whatever you wanna do, we will build it together. But not only am I gonna teach you how to build your online business, I'm also gonna teach you how to build yourself. Ladies, you are getting in your own way. We gotta change it. Inside Glow Up Academy, you and I will build your confidence together. We will build your consistency together. We will build your discipline together. We will build your boundaries, your schedule together. Glow Up Academy is the space where not only do we build our business, but we also build ourselves so that we can stop getting in our own way, so that you can finally become the woman who actually follows through. Okay? Now, before I let you guys join Glow Up Academy, a couple of things. Number one, I only let 10 people in at a time, okay? Well, 6 people already joined. We got 4 more slots left. Why? Because believe it or not, not everybody has the same path. Some people have a product, but no audience. Some people have an audience, but no product. Some people have a million ideas. We gotta lock in on one. I told you guys earlier, money flows where energy goes. Some of you guys are spreading yourself too thin, and you're trying to work on 50 brilliant ideas, and then nothing's getting done. We're gonna focus on one brilliant idea. We're gonna choose your most favorite one, and we're gonna build that. And then once that one is flourishing, then we'll reach back into the pile and build another. Some of you guys have no clue as to what you want to build. Fine, we'll figure it out together. And some of you guys don't want to build a business yet. You want to focus on other goals in your life. Fine, we'll reach those goals together. No matter what it is that you want to do, Glow Up Academy can help you. I have just noticed for myself that having more than 10 people join at one time overwhelms me, because I want to make sure I'm able to pour into everyone the way they deserve. So that's why I cap it at 10. Also, I'm going to set a timer for 10 minutes because I can only help people who want it. I'm not here to force anything upon anybody. The woman or man who knows that they're ready to change, they move. So when that timer goes, just move, ladies. You're here because you know I can help you. So don't overthink. Just move, okay? Glow Up Academy is lifetime access. So once you're in, you are in forever, okay? You will always have access to everything inside of there and the stuff that I add every single month. You will always have access to our Thursday coaching calls. We do live coaching calls. You will also always have access to our Sunday resets, okay? You will also always have access to my inbox. There's an inbox in there where we spend time going back and forth talking to each other about what it is that you're working on, making sure that you're following through with that. You will always have access, okay? Once you are in forever, all right? Before you leave off of my live, I need you to confirm to me that you received your emails, because sometimes you guys misspell it. So I need to make sure that you didn't misspell it so that you get full access inside of Glow Up Academy. So please do not leave until you tell me that you received your email, okay, and that you can join, all right? One last thing, because Glow Up Academy is lifetime access, I typically sell it for $5.97 one time. 2 women joined this morning before I even got on live. The word is getting out. However, because you guys were here, you were present, you took notes, you asked questions, and you promised me you were going to execute, I'm going to take the price down. And the price will stay down, lifetime access, the price will stay down for 10 minutes. But once that timer is up, the price is going back up to $5.97, okay? You can use Afterpay or Klarna to break the payment up so you can still get in on the discount and be inside forever, okay? So like I said, when we get started, just move. Do not overthink, okay? All right, I'm going to show TikTok how to join first. YouTube, y'all's instructions are a little bit different. Just kind of bear with me for a second. And for those of you guys who joined, just give me 1 second. I want to make sure you guys got everything and that you are inside, okay? So please don't leave me yet. TikTok, in order for you guys to lock in, you're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top twice, right up here. You're gonna come to my profile. Now this TikTok right here, y'all are on my main account. This is my backup, so the profile does not look like this, but the link is still the same, okay? You're gonna click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then you can click on this red button that says open. And then you're gonna click on this top button here that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access, okay? And then here we are. Become the woman who actually follows through. It is already marked down to $249 and it will stay $249 for 10 more minutes, and then we're going back up to $597. Scroll down. Feel free to read my reviews, I do not mind. Enter your name and quadruple check your email address. You guys, this is important. Sometimes the autocorrect gets you. So I need you to make sure you quadruple check that. This is why I want you to make sure you let me know that you got your email, okay? Because if you did not get the email, it's because there was a spelling mistake, but we'll fix it right here online, all right? So you can use Afterpay or Klarna to break that payment up, and then you're gonna click right here where it says Start My Glow Up. Give it about 30 seconds. If you don't get an email within 30 seconds, that's because something was misspelled, but no worries, we'll fix it here, okay? Let me show you guys again. Click on my profile picture up at the top twice. Come to my profile, click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then click on this red button that says open. Okay, give me 1 second, you guys. I'm coming, all right? And then click on this red button that says open. And then click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access, okay? YouTube. Let me pull up my YouTube. All right, y'all's instructions are a little bit different. You have to leave the live. You're gonna come to my YouTube channel and click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then here we are. You're gonna click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here you are. Become the woman who actually follows through. And then same thing, it's $249. Scroll all the way down, feel free to read my reviews. Enter your name and quadruple check your email address, please. You can use Afterpay or Klarna and then click on this blue button that says Start My Glow Up. And within 30 seconds, you should be receiving that email, okay? Now, I'm gonna go ahead and set the timer. All right, you guys, the 10-minute timer has started. Now, once you guys are inside, let me pull it up for you guys. As soon as I get off of live, I hop right inside Glow Up Academy and start speaking to you. So please make sure you respond to my message. So here we are, okay? There's a message icon right here, right in the top. I need you to click that. There'll be a 1 next to it, letting you know that there's a message for me. I need you to respond to that, please and thank you, because I want to know more about you. What are you struggling with? What are your ideas? What kind of business or what are your goals that you're trying to reach? Okay, so I need you to make sure you're responding to that, because how can I help you if I don't know what needs to be helped? Even if you can't respond now, maybe you're trying to hurry up, but you want to come back later, fine. Before you go to bed, please make sure you respond to my message so that we can start fixing it, okay? All right, now, once you are inside, I want you to go to the classroom tab, okay? Now, I want you to start here where it says Start Here, Welcome and Orientation. And then here we go. Here we are. I have a 7-day orientation for you, okay? There's a reason why I'm doing this. I already know that you can do whatever you put your mind to. I don't have to know you to know that, okay? But I need you to know that. We're building ourselves. We're gonna build the confidence. We're gonna build the consistency and the discipline. So that starts with one habit after another, okay? Every single day I have a small homework assignment for you to do that gets you closer to your goal. We're setting your standards and your non-negotiables. We're gonna start working on your schedule so that you fit time in for yourself, okay? I need you to make sure you're doing this so you are proving to yourself that not only can you start something, but you can finish it. Because the more you can prove to yourself that you can start something and finish it, the more confidence you build, the better you start to feel about yourself. And now you will use that confidence to grow your business. So there's a reason why I teach the way I teach. So I need you to do it. And I also have checkpoints in here. So I need you to be checking in with me so that I know you're doing it. This is how I hold you accountable. Okay? Now, you get to choose your path. Once you are done, you choose your path. Like I said earlier, not everyone has the same path. If you're ready to get started on your business, you're ready, then I want you to go to the business building vault. I walk you through how to create your digital product and how to use Canva. For my ladies on here who don't really know too much about Canva, please make sure you watch that because I share my screen with you and literally show you step by step how to do everything so that you can follow along while you do yours, okay? I also walk you through how to set up your LLC, file your taxes, all things business, okay? Maybe you already have a product, but you're struggling to make the sales that you want. Then go to the Marketing Mastery Vault, okay? I walk you guys through what kind of content to create, what things to make sure you're saying in your content to get people to even click on the video or click on the link. A lot of you guys don't have people clicking on the link, okay? That's a problem because they can't buy it, they're not clicking, right? So we gotta fix it. We have to fix it, all right? Maybe you want to work on your mindset more. You don't have boundaries. You people please. You don't know how to put yourself first. You're insecure. Fine. I want you to go to the Mindset Vault. I'm gonna teach you how to do all things, okay? Maybe you wanna focus on yourself this year. You never put yourself first. It's always everyone else. And this year you're focusing on self-care. Fine, I want you to go to the Femininity and Self-Care Vault. Maybe you want to grow your Instagram Vault. If you want to grow your YouTube Vault. If you want to grow your TikTok and make sales on TikTok Vault, okay? For my faceless creators, go to the Faceless Vault, all right? So you choose your path. There's no right or wrong answer, okay? All right, I'm about to send out the emails now. So because Glow Up Academy is lifetime access, ladies, I have to send you the second email. So that's why I need you guys to make sure you let me know that you got it. Okay, Amanda, can you check your emails for me? I don't know what live she's on. Let's see. Crystal, can you check your email for me? Crystal. KC2. Can you check your email for me? And Ali. I think she was on YouTube. Can you check your email for me? Okay, I am waiting for multiple people to let me know they got the email. Ladies, y'all know how we roll. Please do not leave off my live until you let me know you got your email because I want to make sure that you didn't misspell your email. I don't know what your email is, so that's why I need you guys to check. Okay, we have a few more minutes. Let's do some affirmations. Please make sure you let me know you got your email so that I know you got what you need to be at. I trust myself to navigate through this. Amen, amen. I trust myself to navigate through this. Absolutely. You got yourself this far. It amazes me how many people do not trust their abilities to get through things, but yet you're the one that gets yourself through all things. This is a confidence issue. You don't even recognize your own strength because the alternative is not being here, but you're still here, which means you do know how to make a right decision, okay? So we gotta work on that. We gotta build that. We have to build that, okay? It's okay to leave my comfort zone. It's okay to leave my comfort zone. And it's mandatory. You're not gonna get any growth inside that comfort zone. But a lot of you guys are on some, yeah, but then I can't waste time on TikTok all day. Yeah, but then I can't binge watch my favorite shows on Netflix all day. Yeah, but then I can't do this and do that. But you're not happy with those things. Because if you were, you wouldn't be here. Because this live is about changing our lives. It's not about staying the same. Okay, I didn't say nothing about staying the same. Not on none of my platforms. So you already know that you don't want to do that anymore. So then why do you still choose to? I didn't have to help you come up with that conclusion. You arrived at that on your own. I can't make this up. Okay. one second. Okay, can you check your email for me? Okay, I am waiting for multiple women to let me know they got their emails. Ladies, y'all know how we do. Please don't do that. Y'all know when y'all join, I need to know that you got your email. Okay, progress, not perfection is my focus. Progress, not perfection is my focus. And don't sit there and say you don't have time to work on stuff, because that's a lie. Listen, some of y'all have been watching me and you still ain't joined Glow Up Academy. But you already know what I talk about on these lives. So at this point, I need you to make your own content. I need you to work on stuff for you. If you don't have time like you claim you don't, that's what you said. That's what you said. I'm just going off of what you said. Then instead of watching my videos and watching my lives, now I done freed up your time. I done freed up your time. I done sliced and diced myself. That's how much I want you to do what you're supposed to be doing. I done sliced and diced myself out of your equation. Now you got time. I done found you your time. So what's the excuse now? I tell my students the only time I want them watching me is if I'm in the ear. In other words, you're listening to me while you're getting your steps in. You're listening to me while you're meal prepping. You're listening to me while you're on ChatGPT trying to figure out what videos you're gonna make. But you're listening to me with action. No, I don't want you listening to me, you just sitting on the couch. No. Or are you listening to me while you're driving to the destination? I do not want you just sitting on the couch watching me. No. She said, there goes my Starbucks. Girl, you are so silly. Starbucks need to be sliced and diced, ladies. All right, 1 second. Confirm to me that you received your email, please. We slicing and dicing. She's so silly. We slicing and dicing this morning, period, okay? So if you're not listening to me while in motion, I'd rather you not listen to me at all, because I don't want you wasting your time. Because what I know about a lot of you guys right now is your listeners. She said, LOL, I'm on the couch. Missions. I need you to be listening to me while you're getting in your steps on that treadmill. I need you to be listening to me while you're cooking your meals for the week, okay? I don't want you being stagnant. No. We got to be in motion. I want you guys to be executing, okay? We got to execute. I celebrate both of my small and big achievements. I celebrate both of my small and big achievements. Yes, 1 second, let me show you. Okay. TikTok, you're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top twice. You're gonna come to my profile. Don't forget, that's my main TikTok, so it doesn't look like this, but the links are still the same. Click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ, and then click this red button that says open. And then click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access, okay? YouTube, I'll show you guys again. You're gonna leave my live and you come to my YouTube channel, and then click where it says glowuploungehq.com. And then click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are, same thing, become the woman who actually follows through, okay? We have 60 seconds left before I take the price back up. If anyone's in the process, tell me to wait. I will wait a few seconds. If not, we're going to end it. For those of you guys who chose not to join Glow Up Academy, I would have loved the opportunity to be able to help you. However you decline, that's fine, but please make sure you guys are executing. Please make sure you guys are executing. And remember, the worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. If you have consistently told yourself that you were gonna get to it and you still didn't get to it, then allow me the opportunity to help you get to it. Because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. There's nothing wrong with needing somebody to help you, but you gotta want it, okay? For those of you guys who joined Globe Academy, I'm hopping in now. You guys should be receiving a message from me within the next few minutes. Okay, there goes our timer. Okay, hurry. I'll give you a few more seconds. I'm still waiting on 3 women to let me know they got the email. Well, one of them I think she purchased earlier, so she probably gone. Hurry, okay? Make sure y'all follow me so you don't lose me. They do steal my videos. Yes, they do. And then they turn around and make fake accounts. And then they gonna message you. Please do not get hoodwinked, finessed, or bamboozled on these TikTok streets. They're coming for you, y'all. They're coming for you. I'm waiting for you. Hurry. We'll do another affirmation while I wait. I believe in my dreams and my ability to achieve them. I believe in my dreams and my ability to achieve them. Do you? I don't know. Are you moving like a woman who believes in her dreams and abilities to achieve them? Actions speak louder than words. Why does that not apply to our own life? We're always quick to say that about others. If he wanted to, he would. Okay, well, if you wanted to, you would. Why it apply to everybody else but never to you? Why does that apply to everyone else but not to you? Do you act like a woman who wants to love on herself? Who wants to put herself first? Who wants to run a business? Who wants to change her life? I don't know. You know. If you wanted a business, you would. How many lives have you watched? How many posts have you archived? Watching and doing are not the same thing. No, they are not. No, they are not. How would you go live with confidence when you've been off live? Just start, Trin. Just start. Then I want you to just start. Not talking about it, we starting it. We're not talking about it, we're starting it. We're not gonna plan, we're starting it. We're not gonna overanalyze and figure out what time. No, we're just gonna do it. We're just gonna do it. That's my issue that's been holding me back. It's me. Trent, I think it's time for you to join Globe Academy. It's time to fix it. It's time to fix it. We cannot. Nope. Time is moving way too fast. And that's the thing. People know. Okay, let me check. People know that they have things that they want to fix. They know that. But they choose to stay stagnant. Okay, let me check on you. Yes. 1 second. Okay, check your email for me. I am still waiting on 3 people to let me know they got their emails. What was her name? Did you get your email? Yes, you can use Afterpay or Klarna. Absolutely. Okay, someone's still pending. If you're about to make your purchase, can you tell me to wait? Because I see somebody pending. I see somebody on my site. All right, I'm gonna end it. It's been 15 minutes. No. Okay, make sure you guys follow me if you haven't already. For those of you guys who did not, let me know. You guys do have my email. I see 4 people already joined active. I'm still waiting on 3 more people. Make sure y'all follow me so you don't lose me. They do steal my videos. I hope you guys have an amazing Thursday. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this morning. And for those of y'all who joined, I'm hopping in now. For those of you guys who didn't, keep doing what you're doing, okay? All right. Bye, TikTok number 2. Bye, YouTube.